Hello, gentle viewers. This is Guardian welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 24 with the Oakland A's. I'm going to do that. There we go. It seems like I've been a little bit loud, but hopefully this will make it a little bit easier for you to hear me. So, welcome. This is a new episode and a new day for the Oakland A's. So, I want to thank all of you for the comments on the last video. It really helped me make my decision. So, we're going to be making two big changes this episode. Change the first is we are going to hire a new manager. Several people were like, it's more interesting if you have to deal with a manager, so we're going to find ourselves a brand new manager. That's going to be our priority. So, we also need a new scouting director, and we need some other people as well. So let's first start by hiring a scouting director. I could get Paul DePodesta. It's fate. No. I mean, Nelson Figueroa is just amazing at everything. He's very toolsy, but I don't mind that. When we're going to be constantly picking fairly low, please come and join us, Mr. Figueroa. As for managers, you know how I like to promote people within the organization. That's what's kind of been my jam. Jason Haney is a fairly chill manager, which I quite like. But he's just now starting at AAA. What about Bob Henley? Or Adam Rosales would be a good choice. If we want to go really young, Javier Goddard is probably one of our best choices. But look, Bob Henley has never gotten to manage in the major leagues. Oh, no, actually, I did. I literally hired him from Pittsburgh, where he wasn't that good. Huh. You're a really good manager. I'm not going to promote you all the way up to Major League Manager, but I do want you out of being a hitting coach once we have the opportunity. Skip Shoemaker would be fine, I suppose. I'm just not that convinced he'd be all that great a manager. Like, the most important thing for me is somebody that we can work with, right? Like, that's the most important thing. Garrett Gracci, welcome to Double A. Darwin Barney can kind of stay where he is. Michael Soto definitely deserves the promotion instead. Then we can try to grab ourselves a real quick, like, hitting coach. I mean, I will happily choose James Newman. He seems phenomenal. Done. So what do we do for manager? Do we promote from within? Or do we look for somebody? Now, so there's a couple of options that I can see that immediately look like they pay pretty good dividends. The first is Haney. Now, Jason Haney is certainly not the perfect manager, but he's pretty good. He does like younger players, though. If we look at his current relationship with the Oakland A's, a lot of the pitchers won't like him. Which is not amazing. But it's still a fair relationship, right? It's just a fair relationship. So there is some value in giving Haney a chance to be our manager again. It also looks like he'd be highly likely to do what we want. And maybe that's what we need. Maybe we need a pliable person to make our manager. maybe. Shifting Bob Henley to the big league job would be pretty solid, I think. He's got a really good relationship with existing players. Let's do this. Bob, I'm going to make you the manager. And Jason, I'm going to make you the bench coach. Which then opens up, if he'll fucking take it, Vicente going to AAA. Nope. He really does not want to be a manager, which is a real shame, but that's alright. And let's get a new AA manager. Somebody who's amazing at development. Yeah, it's Lance Koenig. I think that makes a ton of sense. Do it. Make it happen. And there we go. So that's our coaching sorted. Mr. Henley here is... He lets me do what I want. And that's what matters the most to me. So... I'm not saying I was looking for a bootlicking yes man, but, like, my boots are awful tasty. I'm just saying. He's not great at developing mechanics, but at this point, once you get to the majors, I'm not expecting those improvements anymore. I want you to be able to keep developing, but I really want you to help us out with aging. Because we are going to have an older roster as time progresses. Although we're still not that old. So the second change that we're going to make, and I think a very important change, is we are going to build a new ballpark. I think it's time to give them a new Oakland A's ballpark. What a major league ballpark size, obviously. Let's see here. Shape 1, I like this. This is a very cool shape. Shape 2. Shape 3. This feels a bit more intimate. I definitely like that. Shape 4 is not that interesting. I kind of like shape 3. This feels like everybody's got a great seat to see what's happening on the field. I like it. We're gonna go with this one. Field texture. 2. So far 2 is my favorite. Oh, you get some AstroTurf looking shit. Tempting, but no, we're gonna go with 2. All natural grass, baby. Oh, in the background, I really don't care. Step 2. Oh, okay, so this is what we can have out in left field. Oh, wow, this is actually really deep. There's a lot of stuff you can fuck with here. Yeah, I definitely want the bullpen out here. I think that's fun. Probably goes a few less seats, but that's fine. Ads with trees. No, I don't like that at all. Palm trees, no. Cornfield, that's weird. I kind of the scoreboard with the half bleachers, but I really would like it with the full bleachers. So we're gonna do... Oh god, that looks awful. No, 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 no. I wish I didn't have to have the baseball on it, but I do like having the giant screen. But then again, I do also want as many seats as we can manage. So let's go ahead and do the scoreboard with the half bleachers. I think I like this pretty well. Let's see. Left center field looks fine. Get some fountain action. But no. Like, I want as many places for people to sit as possible. I do like the sloped stands. Those look kind of cool. So let's go with both of those here. Oh, you know, it'd be even better? What if we did stands with a roof? Oh god, that's awful. That looks the worst. Oh my god. Wow, that's bad. Oh no, we need lights, don't we? That looks alright. Yeah, let's get some lights going on here. That way you can still see what's going on the field. I like it. The seats should definitely be green for the Oakland A's. I agree with that. Yeah. I'm cool with this. Step 3. Preview park factors right now. So this park would slightly punish average, but slightly boost homers. I don't necessarily want that. Oh, here we go. Okay. What does that do? Yeah, this park's gonna generate way too much offense. Let's, oh god, what have I done? Wish I could just, like, type in how big I want the park to be. But anyway. I really want a deep center field. What are we looking at here? Yeah, center field has to be at least 400 feet. I don't want it to be a bandbox. That's not what I want. That's not... Okay, that's the max I can do it. I'm just going to push this out a bit just to make it a bit more even. So it looks a little bit nicer. And then, yeah, we're going to max this out. And what does this give us at deep center now? I don't think we have gotten to deep center yet. Okay. Yeah, let's just push this out some more. So now the park really punishes home runs, but really helps with singles, doubles, and triples. And I guess we could just... Oh, I see, because right-handed batters are more likely to pull, so left field being kind of far out there does cause some issues. I'm going to mess with this on a little bit here. I just wanted to make sure that center field was nice and deep. There we go. And then I'm going to come over to here and start bringing it in just a bit. That makes it harder for right-handed batters to hit home runs for some reason, bringing the fence in a little bit. That's wild. That is really wild. Yeah, this park is going to eat home runs alive, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but... Like, I didn't want it to be a band box, but maybe I've gone too far the other way. I'm not sure. Alright, so what are we looking at here? This park is gonna gut home runs. Oh, all the walls are really high. Let's drop the height down, and yeah, let's drop them all just a little bit. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna scoot around here, and then about here we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so the problem is the walls are all really far out, and that's going to make it really hard to hit home runs. I guess I could bring the fences in a little bit. Yeah, starting here, move in 3, 1, 2, 3. Like, I want center field to be pretty far out. One, two. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're almost there. We're almost getting to the point where it's semi-reasonable. Let's bring in left center and right center by a couple of posts. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why I didn't bring that one in at all. 1, 2, 1, 2. Almost. Previous. Move 2, 3. 1, 2. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. What are we looking at here? It's still not amazing. Yeah, left field needs to come in a little bit more. We're do 1, 2, 3. Oh god, that's gonna make the left field. No, it's actually not that bad. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3. This is fine. This suppresses home runs slightly. Like, you're definitely going to see fewer home runs if you come to this park, but you're going to see more offense. I kind of like this quite a bit. I kind of like it. I think it makes a ton of sense to me. I could bring in deep center a little bit, but honestly, I think this actually works out pretty well. I wonder what we can do to change the batting average, though. Because we are gonna hit, it's getting a little easier to hit in our park. I think this is gonna qualify as a hitter's park, which I wasn't really looking for. But I guess I'm kind of into it. Like, it's clearly got to be more than just where the fences are. I think it's probably too much fair territory. But it doesn't look like I can actually adjust the amount of foul territory. If there is a way you can do it, then by all means, let me know. But yeah, I can't actually move foul territory. I guess I'll go with this though. Like, this seems fine. So I spent a lot of time trying to decide for the name for the park. Actually, what is... I'm gonna Google this real fast. Current seating capacity, Oakland Coliseum. It is presently about 46,000. I'd like to kick that up to 60,000. So that's how many people I would like to be able to sit in this stadium. 600,000, 60,000. And then we're going to do Oakland, Maine. No, I'm joking. Oakland, California. So I was trying to decide who would we name the park after. And I want to share with you some of the names I didn't pick. So the first thing I did is like, who's the most important person in the history of the athletics? It's Connie Mack. He literally owned the team, managed it, and ran it for like 50 years. However, there is a trivial chance that any given, even any A's fan is going to know who Connie Mack even was. How long was Connie Mack manager? I know it's like a stupid amount of time. Connie Mack. I'm Googling a little bit more than I thought I would, but... let's see here. Yes, I was right. The first 50 seasons of play. Which is just wild. So, that was my first initial instinct, given my love of baseball history. However, nobody under the age of like 65, under the age of like 65, is even going to know who he is. So people aren't going to go there. Plus, Connie Mack had nothing to do with the team in Oakland. Like, they were still in Philadelphia by the time he passed away. Because they moved to Kansas City shortly after he died, if I remember right. So, okay. So, that's a non-thing right there. That's a non-thing. What about... so let's go back to the 80s. You've got some players you can pick from. You call it like the Bash Brothers Stadium, but both Jose Canseco and Mark McGwire are kind of sus. Kerry Steinbach was always really popular with the A's of that era, but at the end of the day, I don't think that works either. I was thinking as I was driving home today from the gas station. I had to fill up my gas tank. A lot of money, but that's where we are right now in this world in 2023. I thought about like Oakland, Bespokeland, Auckland. Let's move the whole team to fucking New Zealand. I'm sure no one would complain about that. And I wasn't really feeling any of those names. I was trying to think of like famous companies in Oakland, but I couldn't think of any. The runner-up was Fuck John Fisher Stadium. I thought that sent a very powerful message. Honorable mention to Feral Cat Stadium, or Feral Cat Field. But ultimately, if we're going to honor the history of the Oakland A's, there's really only one name that could go here. Like, it's a no-brainer to pick Rickey Henderson. I know he didn't play for Oakland his entire career, but he's still, by far, the best hitter in Oakland history. There's some other really talented players, but they mostly played for the Philadelphia A's, like Jimmy Fox, Eddie Collins. Sal Bando is up there, as is Al Simmons. Reggie Jackson would also have been a reasonable choice, I guess, but I mean, Rickey Henderson is the Oakland A's in a lot of ways. And he did play with Oakland more than any other team. So, Rickey Henderson Field, 60,000 fans. Actually, I'm trying to see if there's anything like even close to 60,000 for him in his career. Let's see here. He had 61. He had 6,100 at bats in his career. So let's go for 61,400 capacity, just for fun. No, I'm not gonna do the sex number. I have standards, some standards, a few standards. Yeah, let's do it. Save the ballpark. And here we go. I can literally just change the park factors. I can literally just change it. All that fucking time. Oh my god. I could literally just change it. I don't want this many triples. Let's do like 1.183. Let's go the same thing we have for doubles. And I do want to bring home runs up, but just to like 930 and 930. Let's make the average neutral. That's really pretty. I like the background there. Let's make average neutral. There we go. And let's kick this up to 930. I don't know why that didn't change. There we go. This feels like a pretty decent park to me. It gives a little bit more play at doubles and triples. It suppresses homers, but not by as much. I love it. It's our stadium now and forever. This annoys me. Honestly, I should have just done it this way, but I didn't think of it. It is what it is. But then I will not hit auto-calculate factors because it's going to break it based on the dimensions. So, cool. Pictures. I don't feel like messing with any of that. And the rest of this is okay. I'm not going to touch any of this shit here. Get the weather of St. Paul Island in Alaska. That's amazing. Okay. That took a while, but now we have a brand new park to call home. And I'm pretty excited about it, actually. We're going to have more fans than ever before, which means potentially more money. I'm joking. We both want the community more money as long as John fucking Fisher runs the team, but... There we go. Alright. Let us now immediately begin checking out our arbitration deals here. Is there any free agent we would like to keep? Juan Ayala, I will... Oh, no, you're going to want a Major League contract extension. That's not going to happen. But Jason Dominguez can have an extension. Oh, you're grouchy with me. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm a little sorry. -3 WAR. What the fuck? Get fucked, dude. Alright. We have a fair bit of cash available, but not a lot for extensions. I think that'll improve though once we make a couple of decisions here. Jeremy Lambert was fine, but $2 million for a reliever that's not even that fantastic seems like a really bad choice to me. Let me go ahead and flip him for a quality prospect of some description. Really? Really? Maybe, you know, we should wait and not make any decisions until we get a new scouting director. That's true. Did you really get a better offer, Mr. Newman? I'll give you 200 grand because you're that good. Done. A little bit longer. There goes Newman. And there goes our scouting director. Critical. Beautiful. I love it. Okay. So interesting. Our new scout thinks he still has a level to improve at. I frankly don't see where, but okay. Now let's try to trade Lambert again. Now that I have a scouting director, I can actually trust what I get in my evaluations here. And as predicted, none of these are great offers. I'm just going to non-tender him. See you later, fucko. Jonathan Linares wants a raise, so I'm not even making the Major League roster. No, thank you. Like, last season was Guzman's best year by far. I think keeping him for one more year, even at a fairly modest salary, is quite reasonable, but I'm not, like, totally in favor of it, but we can try it out. We can let him have a little raise as a treat. So Caleb Sellers is really interesting. He is someone who is not far from Rookie of the Year. If he had played... Now, he might be one of the bigger beneficiaries of the new park, which doesn't nearly suppress home runs the way that the old one did. I think a one-year extension does make some sense, but I'm certainly not going to give him a long-term one. Not until he proves that he can play well. Like, quite well. There you go. $5.5 million, final offer, done. Jim Chrism wants a gigantic raise. And the thing is, pitchers of his caliber aren't that rare. They just are not that rare. He's fine, but I feel like I'm overpaying for performance that he hasn't consistently delivered. If we were to get rid of Chrisman, who would be next man up? I don't really have a ton of good choices, but I feel pretty confident I can get a 1 or 2 year free agent that can pitch at least as well as he can. Oh, we need to start adding people to the 38-man roster. Cabral, done. You get added to the roster. I'm not letting you walk. Jaramillo. Urban. Okay, Tony Mello is going to get very strong consideration in the very near future. And then I'd probably want to keep Dave Allen, because I still think he's got some upside to him. Which means somebody else has to go. Ben Hayden, get fucked. I need you to do that for me. Same thing with Jonathan Nelson. You can equally get fucked. Wave. And that way I can put Dave Allen on the 40-man. Burkiaga isn't the worst. I guess we can keep him and just see what happens. But anyway, okay, so that part's all done. Cool. Alright, so all this led me to consider that keeping Chrisman is probably not a great investment. I'm going to trade him. And hopefully get a decent prospect or two in return. I mean, Ben Bilbrey is pretty fantastic. I don't love his arm slot, but I do think he's got a huge future as a pitcher. I think that's the move I'm going to make. I think we're going to go for Bilbrey. Arambula is fine, I guess. Juan Delgado is another one of these guys. I do like Delgado a little bit. But I don't think so. I think a potentially elite pitcher is worth it. If you want to get a second player, we can ask for Dave Stokes too. I wouldn't have a problem with that. He's not like the greatest player ever, but he looks like he could be a really solid one. Yeah, let's submit this offer and we'll see how that goes. Mike Swanson, on the other hand, I think has done enough over the years that he has earned a one-year raise. But he's only going to get a one-year deal from me. He is not getting a long-term deal. He's just too injury prone. So I think a one-year deal in the neighborhood of $10 million is fair. Give him a year to show that he can stay healthy, and then we can talk later. Alright, cool. Almost. You're asking for very little to get Stokes too, but if that's all it's going to take, I'd rather try to get a really good outfield prospect if you have one. I'd love to get Juan Blanco. I actually like Blanco better. I wonder if that would be any easier. No, Blanco requires moving a fairly good prospect, and I'm not willing to cough up that much. Bobby Guerra would be amazing. Nope, we're still not getting great offers. Shaw could legit be a starter. And so I don't think that makes a ton of sense to me. I'm not going to offer you anything that special for that. What about Tim Scott? No. Okay. Chris Russell seems pretty decent. I wonder if Chris Russell's available. You guys really want a pretty good prospect as a result of this trade. And the thing is, I don't like giving up prospects if I'm not getting a great prospect in return. I mean, Wilkerson is probably the one I'm most likely to give up. As much as I love his positional flexibility, I question his offensive ceiling. And he's not that great a defender. Like, he will top out as a third baseman and be a decent one, but I'll give you Wilkerson. I think that's fair. Bilby's just a better fit for the roster. I might even be able to take his spot as a starter. So that's all that sorted. And we can... We don't want to bring back any of these guys. Miri's consistently been a pretty solid hitter at every stage of his major league career. Even in Oakland as a left-handed hitter, he actually performed fairly well. What do you want in a raise? Get fucked. Nope. I am not paying $17 million for a player of that caliber. I don't think that's going to happen. Drake Baldwin's going to walk. I don't care. We might let Mello take one of the catching spots. That's fine. If Max Clark would come back but at less money, I would strongly consider it. But no, he wants to get paid like $12 million a year, which is too much. Will Taylor wasn't very good. No, I checked that. He actually was quite good for us, but only limited playing time. I think we could do better, guys. I think we could do better. And Samara, abso-fucking-lutely not. We are going to add payroll for sure. It's just a question of what we add and for how much we add it. But blorp, 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 blorp. Yeah. I wonder if we can Peyton Green Luis Aguilar. Like, maybe that's just going to be the Oakland A's theme song, is what if we got, like, No, you actually want to get paid. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not opposed to Ayala ending up at third base, actually. I think it's really just going to depend on who the best choice is. Okay. So what are we going to need to upgrade in the offseason? I think outfield is a very clear area we can make some improvements in. I think we've got a pretty decent squad of young players in Estrada, Minor, and DeWitt. I'd like to get 1 to 2 veteran outfielders to provide some leadership. Pitching, I want at least 1 veteran starting pitcher. Possibly as many as 2. Depending on what's available. So that's kind of what we're looking at here in this offseason. A gold glove for Rodolfo Romero. Well done, my friend. Well done. Let's just go through all of the... Left my ass off if Mark Kotze ends up getting Manager of the Year despite being fired at the end of it. A Silver Slugger for Chris Hughes and no one else. Chris Hughes legit had a fantastic season. I doubt he'll win MVP, but it'd be really cool if he did. I'll vote for Bogarts and Alex Bregman. Bryce Harper is pretty obvious to me, as are Frankie and Mr. Machado here. Look, I gotta give him one last shot. I'd love to see Kutch make it. I just don't think he's got much of a chance. Matt Olson, I gotta be real with you. His WAR looks like shit because he mostly played DH. I think, but I will still toss a vote in his direction. I don't think he should get kicked off. Given his home run totals, Trey Turner, I think, deserves it. Spencer Strider absolutely deserves it based on the career he's had. And I'll even toss in a vote for Brandon Woodruff. I've got 4 spots left. So is anybody else here I think is really exceptional? Like Corey Seager? I could toss a ballot too. I can't even find a start with 200 wins. That just tells you how much time has changed. Yeah, I think I'm happy. I guess we wanted to vote for Yohan Duran. He's a 3-time reliever of the year, and he's got 300 plus saves. That's reasonable, I suppose. 30 WAR for a reliever is actually pretty crazy. I think we can offer him a vote. I don't think that's unreasonable. I'll vote for Brian Reynolds. Just for fun. And then I think that's it. Honestly, there's like 3 or 4 players who could all get in, or none of them could get in. Like, Frankie and Machado both deserve it. Pretty hard. Bryce Harper deserves it. So all 3 of them should go in. And then maybe 1 or 2 of the others might have a chance. But we'll see what happens. We got a Rookie of the Year with Sean DeWitt. That's the first ever time I've gotten one. Nice. No, these are 3, like, not great players. I like Joey Harper. I think Harper is pretty cool, but, like, Tink Hence I don't give 2 shits about. What if I just get Harper and I drop Guzman? Like, what would it take me just to get Harper? I would actually give you Amari Broaden. I'd very strongly consider it. What don't I want right now? Would I give you Bobby Stoll? I don't think I would. No, I kind of like a lot of my prospects. I'd rather give you a prospect that I don't think is going to be quite as successful. Let me put you on... Oh, I cannot put you on the 38 man. That's true. I'd give you Sean Irvin. I have no problem with that. Let's see what you think about that. I think you can have Dennison. I don't think Dennison's going to amount to very much. But I really like Joey Harper. I think Joey Harper is actually a pretty solid player. Let's put you on the 38 man, just so I don't lose you in the Rule 5. Nice. I mean, Sean DeWitt was phenomenal. I think he's one of our best draft picks ever. And he's so good defensively, too. Oh, Sean DeWitt, my friend. I'm very strongly considering offering you, like, a $20 billion a year contract, but I guess I shouldn't get that excited. Let's at least wait to see. I'm sure these fuckers both cleared waivers because nobody's going to want them. As well as causing my own players fuckers isn't good for my... Holy shit, Chris Hughes got MVP. Wow. I mean, he had a great year, but MVP? I will absolutely take it. Like, he had an amazing season. And he did lead the league in WAR. But, like... Yeah. Okay. It's shame doesn't count as me developing him because he'd already won Rookie of the Year with LA, but that's actually, like, really cool. Let's get some free agency signings in. I agree. Johnny Wilkes sucks really bad. I don't remember his name is actually Johnny. I thought it was Ronnie Wilkes. So, yeah, you can get fucked. All right. We got scads of money we do. Let's see what we can do with said money. Because I want to drive in some fan excitement. And I think that means... I actually wouldn't mind Danny Gross getting a shot to be a starter. Do we go, like, mega cheap this year? No, we have to at least kick the tires on some players. Like, I do want... I wouldn't mind a couple of outfielders. So we're going to begin by seeing who the very best player available is. It's Carlos Correa. I don't think so. I'm not paying Ford $26 million for that. That's ridiculous. Let's start by looking at starting pitchers, because I would actually like a good starting pitcher if one can be located. I gotta be honest, $3 million for Andrew Abbott does seem relatively reasonable. Didn't I have you before? I did, and then I traded you. Abbott's a possibility. Because, like, $25 million for Ikyun Bae? Oh! Oh, you're a Taiwanese... Or you're a Korean pitcher. Interesting. I mean, that changes things. Like, I wasn't going to give up a draft pick for you. I don't want to give you that big a contract, though. Not when you're already 30 years old. What if we do a 3-year deal with a couple of team options on it? If you give me 170 innings, I will pay you an additional $2 million. How does that grab you? I need those team options. Like, I cannot accept this deal without at least one team option in it. You're already fairly old. Nope. If you're not going to take a team option, you can get fucked. I am not going to waste my money. You can't make me either. No, Owen Murphy would actually be a pretty solid choice. He'd be reasonably solid. He is fragile, though. I mean, Matthew Champion, the name writes itself, right? I'm going to go ahead and offer Mr. Champion here. I'm going to give you a 3-year deal with 2 team options. Because if you turn out to be really good, then I wouldn't mind bringing you back. So that's one offer out. All hitters. Who is the best hitter in this draft? It's Correa. Probably. Give me batting ratings and give me contact. It's Peyton Green. Peyton Green wants way too much money, but it would be funny to bring him back. But I think we have to pass on that. I do think passing on that is required. Is it, though? I just don't think he's worth it. I'm like, maybe I need to readjust my opinions. I don't know, man. Juan Ayala would never sign with me. Because he's probably pissy that I didn't keep him. Zam. Yeah, if I thought you would stay healthy, Zach, I would have given you an offer. Let me sort by outfielders, and then we're going to sort by default, so I can see how much money they want. Mike Corcoran, you're in. I've never had an easier decision. Done. Yeah, see, the thing is, I'm not really looking for... I could bring Campos back. I remember him. I remember you. I feel bad that we're, like, still riding the bargain bench, but, like... Miri, maybe, might be worth it, but I'm not convinced that he is. And Peyton Green definitely isn't. Like, $20 million for Peyton Green is ridiculous. It's truly absurd. I wouldn't mind reigniting this conversation, but the conversation is going to start at $10 million. But that's just how it's going to be, dude. I'll do $10 million, use for all. a team option at year 37 and ask for a response. You know what? That's a good enough start to get you thinking about it. That's what I'm trying to do, is just prime the pump, make you think about it. Meh. I would pay a bit for the right third baseman, but not that much. Yeah, like, this market is weird. Like, this market is genuinely bizarre. Like, why on earth would I ever consider spending $30 million for a player that isn't top tier elite? I wouldn't mind grabbing a quality reliever. Man, Omar Sanchez, people love him. 24 million for a closer is fucking absurd. I wouldn't even entertain the idea. Not even for a moment. Yeah, I think we're just gonna stick with this. We're just not gonna be that. We're not gonna be that busy. We're just gonna make the owner happy, at least until I start spending more cash on player development. We're already at maximum for scouting. Not quite. 3, 9, 6, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I find it very odd that I have all this money I could spend and I just don't care. Like, maybe 20 million is the new going price for a mid-tier starting pitcher. I don't know. But you know what, friend? I will give you as... Like, here's the thing. I'd like to at least have a chance at keeping you, since I am paying you basically to rehab. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you another 10 million next year. I'm going to have a team option in year 2. And we'll see how you turn out. If it turns out you suck, then it turns out you suck, and I can move on for you without too much hassle. Sean DeWitt is going to want so much money. Well, I definitely would like to lock him up. I'm not going to right now. Not until I figure out who the core players on this team are. Oh, Rodolfo Romero. How much money do you want in an extension? Oh, my dear Lord. I'm sorry. Committing that much money to a 30-year-old second baseman just seems really silly to me. No matter how good he's been, that's a lot of money. Like, a lot of money. A stupid amount of money. So I think I will politely decline. All right. Jesus Ramirez. Ask you for a long-term deal, what would that look like for you? $17 million for a closer is kind of absurd. I need some protection if I'm going to give you this big a deal. Like I said, 22 million is absurd, but 17 million I'm apparently fine with. I'm just tired of us needing to find a new closer every year, and we're still getting him at below market value for the next couple of seasons, so I'm into this if he is. It gives us some much needed stability at reliever, and if it turns out he ends up shifting to the rotation, even better. Alright. I think we're good. I think we are good. Do we, like, lock up McDevitt now? Or do we let him pitch a little bit more? I think we probably let him pitch a little bit more. Alright, there we go. Oh, I guess you both have to be activated. That's lame, but okay. Andy Santa Cruz is amazing. He's a terrible outfielder. He's a really good hitter. Let's drop Brady Davis, and let's drop Greg Simmons. And I will actually eat his entire salary. I'm going to give you Shaw, because Santa Cruz is a really fantastic offensive player, and I'd love to have him in our club. So, done. I know that Guzman was really popular, so we're definitely going to want to try to get ourselves a catcher. If we can find one. I'd just like one catcher, please, as a 1-year deal. Edgar Caro is available, but he sucks. Old friend of Oakland, Alex Watsonville. What's 27 million though? I don't think so. Anthony Siegler returns again. You can never quite quit Oakland. That's funny. Yeah, let's do it. Poor Anthony Siegler. Like, every couple of seasons, he has to return to Oakland. So we got Swanson and Ramirez. That's amazing. Nope. Yeah, I don't think so. This is just a flat rejection for me. Nope. Okay, low key, I would happily make Peyton Green either a first baseman, DH, or third baseman for the rest of his career for this salary if he'll take it. I love that idea a lot. Oh, Andy Santa Cruz, you can go to AAA. Oh, you need a 38. You need a fine. We'll figure out who does what here shortly. We got ourselves a champion. And big old Matt Champion here, which is great. That's only a very slight raise over what you're asking for, so I will make this offer one last time. But if you tell me no, then that's fine. I will find a replacement. Like, I am not gonna fucking sit there and bend over backwards to accommodate your silly nonsense. Alright, Rule 5 draft time. Let's get after it. I'm gonna go pure potential. If there is a really high potential player in the Rule 5, I'm gonna grab him. Okay, Mike Twiz. Mike Twiz is actually could be a really good catcher. I will absolutely select Mr. Twiz and give him a shot. That's an easy choice for me. And I'll also take on David Lozano. David Lasagna. If you end up being very good, I'm going to call you David Lasagna. It's just how it's going to be. I now don't really need Siegler anymore, but we'll still go for it and see if he agrees to sign with us. Nolan Stevens is thoroughly uninteresting in every sense of the word. Uninteresting. You got your 23 million, my friend. So good for you. And we did get Peyton Green. And Harper and Strider both made it, but that's okay. Alright, so Peyton Green is returned. Somehow Peyton Green returned. And so this is going to force an interesting decision on guys like Aguilar. But I am happy that we have Green back for now. I am actually pretty happy that he's back with us. Oakland till he dies, maybe. Maybe. And then we're going to hop along to your National Origin signing. There is Siegler. Alex Watson ended up getting $30 million. Man. I sure know how to pick him, though. Like, I drafted this guy in the first round. And he ended up being, like, a really good catcher. But, like, he's getting comically massive amounts of money when he's not that good. Like, he isn't. He is a good egg, and yet he is not very good in terms of money. Mr. Siegler will no longer fit on the 40-man. Who is the lamest or most terrible player on this team right now? It's fucking... Oh, it's because Genova's Reynolds is a starter. He should be a reliever. That's weird. Das ist Fiat. Tim Collison. See you later, noob. And we'll re-add Siegler. And then we'll just kind of figure out over time how the catching story plays out in spring training. One moment. That was an enormous sneeze. Sergio Oliveira sucks. He is genuinely the worst. Like, I don't get what you're trying to accomplish here, but you can stop anytime now. Like, you can stop wasting my time with your silliness. You know what? If I still can, fuck it. 50 million on player development. Let's go. Done. I've literally nothing better to do with my cash right now. Alright. So. I have lots of cap room, so I can sign anybody I want to, basically. Ishmael Shai... Holy fuck, you're a big boy. You look like you could be really, really good. You're definitely very high on my list. However, I can't help but notice there's a shortstop. Oh, you're kind of dumb, though, aren't you? You'd be a really good second baseman, though. Like, imagine these numbers from a second baseman. That would be truly absurd. Like, a second baseman just casually cranks 30 homers a year. I'll tell you what. What if I offered you both a contract? How does that sound? I kind of had a feeling that I'd have to max it out, but I'd much rather have Shidez just because he's so good. So I will max out my offer, and that means Wrangle's going to get sent by someone else. That's fine. We tried. Like, seriously, what is it about my team that convinced you I want the absolute dregs of your minor league system in exchange for genuinely good prospects? Like, I don't know if you think that because we have a new stadium, we've taken leave of our senses, but, like, fucking knock it off, guys. You even increased my budget. That's wild. The Royals are moving to Columbus and called the Columbus Keys. That's interesting. I guess. I have a lot of money. I frankly have nothing to spend it on right now. I'd much rather spend our resources keeping the players we've already got. Once I know who is and who isn't, like, truly excellent, then we can start cranking out some decent offers. And it'll be great. But for right now, like, I don't see the point in diving into free agents paying $30 million for, like, just to spend money. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. I'm not being cheap. This is me literally deciding these players are not worth the sums that they're being asked for. I'd rather keep the financial flexibility down the line. This is kind of how I roll. Like, it's very possible I'm just not fully grokking and grasping how much money this is actually should be worth, but... Alright, in addition to all my people in the 38-man roster, I want to give a few people a spring training shot, including Georg Hunt, Mike Corcoran, Mueller. Jonathan Addy can have... No, not Jonathan Addy. He sucks. I've already got a super crowded camp, so I'm happy with what we've got for right now, and we'll just see how people develop. With the casual 4 catchers, just for fun. I will go ahead and put Swanson on the IL because there's no point in him getting any meaningful opportunities when he's hurt. Okay. So let us advance through spring training and see what we end up with at the end of spring training in terms of a roster. We've got a really solid player acquisition model to the point where I don't have to go into free agency and spend lots of money, nor do I wish to. Wow, Georg, huh? Wow. I have my ringer on, right? Yes, I do. Excellent. We could have brought him back. I kind of want to give some youngsters a chance to earn some meaningful outfield reps. But we could have kept him if we wanted to. Also, Columbus Keys is fucking stupid, and I don't care who knows it. It's a dumb name, and they should feel bad for coming up with it. Oh, I'm not going to put you in the IL for only 2 weeks. That's a waste of my time and your time too. Like, Camilo is like a mid-tier reliever who might not even make the opening day roster. Stop like spamming my inbox with his condition. We're not friends. We're not pals. Yeah. Alright. Any changes in our players? Ibarra slightly. Blue got significantly better. Dave Allen is more or less the same. Ayala is more or less the same. Andy Santa Cruz got better. Corcoran got better. Estrada got better. Chris Allen's now throwing harder. That was an important step for him, and now he's looking like a viable major leaguer. Some nice improvements lower on in the minors, but no gigantic steps forward from some of the younger players that were in spring training, which is one of the things I was looking for. So we can start making some decisions now. Oakley dokley. I presently have 20 pitchers. That is an excessive number of pitchers. That is an excessive number of pitchers. Also, pitching. All right. Chris Hughes, you are officially far too valuable to ever pitch again. I'm going to lock him to team, and I'm just going to remove the two-way player part. That's literally all I'm doing is I'm not letting him pitch anymore. He's a reigning MVP, doesn't need to pitch. It's such one that does like 3 innings a year. It's like we're talking about fucking Shohei Ohtani here. This brings you down to 19 pitchers. One of whom is Mike Corcoran? What the fuck? Mike Corcoran is a terrible pitcher. I would not let him pitch. At all. But he might still make the roster. Okay. Easy choices first. Minors. 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 I don't love Luberta, but I kind of think we have to keep him on the roster for right now. Minors, where are we at? 15, so I got to get rid of at least 3. Minors. I think let's just go ahead and return Lozano here, Mr. Lasagna. Oh no, because the other one's going to go is probably going to be either Corcoran or someone else. Okay, let's go position plays now. I do not need 4 catchers. Spanos and Mello both go to the minors. Ayala can handle a mean shortstop. Ed Arnett is also pretty flexible and pretty useful in that regard. I'm going to send down Ayala just because he's the easiest one to send down. Outfielders, Burkiaga, absolutely not. Jaramillo, definitely not. Cabral, extremely not. And then the question is, do we keep Corcoran or do we keep a genuine reliever instead? Probably Hunt. No, actually, probably Genova. I think we need Genova more than we need 6 outfielders. So we're going to go ahead and send him down. And we're going to let Genova make the opening day roster. 13 pitchers, 13 position players. I feel pretty good about that. I'm really curious to see how Santa Cruz does. We got him back, guys. We got him back. I will acknowledge this deal probably won't age super well, but given how much money some of the top tier players are making on the open market, I think we can probably equal this without... We can probably shut this contract out too much of an issue. So, your opening day Oakland A's lineup has a lot of familiar faces. Some very familiar. Peyton Green's return. Minor, DeWitt, Sellers, Hughes, Romero. Siegler's another old friend. Estrada is too. The only really new player is going to be Andy Santa Cruz. But if he can hit anywhere near like I think he will, he's going to be fantastic. Um, we did give up a genuinely interesting player in Brad Shaw. And then Adonis Guzman, but I think we're still better off with his top tier potential. I truly do believe that. The rotation has gotten a bit of an overhaul, sort of. Danny Gross is a genuinely good starter, so I have no problem with giving him another opportunity. Lou Berta has had so many chances to start, and he's never stuck. Maybe this will be the year he does stick. I don't know. Anyone who could put up 3 WAR in fucking Las Vegas is a pretty solid pitcher, though. Our bullpen is somewhat similar. David Lasagna is new. Ben Bilbrey is new. And the other guy is new that we just acquired. But Jesus Ramirez is really good. And it feels nice to have a closer that I think we can actually keep for a while. And we're still getting like a ridiculously good deal on him up until year 31. So we'll see how that does with that. So I feel reasonably good about this team, especially with our shiny new ballpark. Hopefully offense will be quite as hard to come by. But our pitchers are still really, really good. So I'm not that concerned about it. I am a little concerned about our depth at starter. Although our frontline starters are as good as anybody's, and Demoya and McDevitt, along with Gross rapidly improving, we've got an awful lot riding on Mike Swanson. Like, if Mike Swanson can come back at anywhere near a decent level, we're going to be relatively strong. We've got a ton of really talented players that just haven't broken through yet. Like, Gilberto Cabral probably deserves a nice high minor stint to see if he can actually handle good pitching. Chris Allen is really close, guys. If he improves a little bit this season, he's going to be in the running for a rotation spot next year, and I'm really looking forward to that. Why are you cranky? I don't know why you're cranky. You're just cranky in general. I still don't know what's going on with this. I don't know why our pitchers hardly ever pitch. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I'm sure it'll be addressed here shortly. But I feel pretty good about our team and our chances here. Mike Twiz, if he can learn from Anthony Seigler, could be a wonderful catcher. I'm really looking forward to that. Do we have a genuine Hall of Famer on this roster? I don't think we do. At least not yet. Just for funsies, give me that is it. Split. I know what we can do. Let's look at the team leaderboard for the Oakland A's and see if there's anybody on our team that's anywhere near the career numbers. WAR for a career. Mark McGuire is at 37 WAR. I think Reggie Jackson. God, Peyton Green is getting there. Peyton Green should pass Mark McGuire this season. Should. Assuming he puts up anywhere near his career averages. Like, if we get 5 more years with about this level of capability, I think he's got a decent chance to make the Hall of Fame. I genuinely do. He'll have over 300 homers at that point. He'd add about another 1,000-ish hits, so he'd be about 2,500 hits. That's on 20. No, he'd be over 2,000, so I don't think he'd be anywhere near 2,500. But we'll see. We'll see. But I would like us to have at least a chance at getting a Hall of Famer. Other than that, it's probably one of the real youngsters on the team. I mean, Chrissy's already off to a ridiculous start to his career. 15 WAR in 3 seasons is insane. And to be perfectly clear, I do not expect to see this year ever again. I'm just going to enjoy the fact we have a top-tier shortstop for a very long time, and we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Romero is really good. I don't think I can bring myself to spend like $25 million a year to keep him. Which is really, like, his financial ambition is actually low. So why he wants like $30 million a year is just insane to me. And I frankly don't think he's worth it. I don't. I think he's really overplayed his actual talent level, which is great. But like, so much of his value comes from him playing defense that, like, his defense this season last year was fucking insane. If we had a platinum glove in this league, he would have won it, I bet. He's been a really good second baseman. A phenomenal one. So I guess the question is somebody who offers that much defensive value worth that much money? I don't know the answer to that. It's something we can definitely discuss as the season progresses. I don't know. What do we do with Aguilar? Like, do we keep Aguilar around with the concern that at some point Peyton Green might get hurt? Or just decline significantly? Does Peyton Green end up playing first base at some point? Like, this is, Caleb Sellers, this is your year. If you can take this new ballpark, crank out 30 homers, and improve the rest of your offensive stats around it, you've got a chance to stick around. Otherwise, I might actually let you go. Keep Green at first base, and then go from there. Like, for his career, he's been an average or below average third baseman. Which is, it is what it is. Perfection isn't expected or required. I tell you what, guys, if Sean DeWitt, who is definitely capable of even more than he showed, does improve even a little bit, he might be our next best hope at an MVP award. Or at a Hall of Fame career. I mean, give me 20 years of this, he's over 3,000 hits. 15 years of it, he's close. That's a good start. He should be so much better. So much better, and I look forward to seeing what he can manage. Going forward, we'll quickly pop up to opening day. Going forward, we do want to start looking for a second base replacement. In the off chance that Romero doesn't end up sticking. Because while we've been really good at generating pitchers, we haven't been great at generating hitters in a while. So that may be something we have to consider. Oh, that's right, this bullshit. I don't care. Email someone else. So if we take a quick look at reports and info, player development. Here it is. Not this one. Sorry. It's a player development screen without the player development report. Here it is. Our best second base prospect is Greg Neal, who's only an A ball and isn't very good. We are really thin in the middle infield positions here. Wow. What if we take a quick moment and let's try to do a trade. Let's Somebody who's not likely to make... I could trade Corcoran. I would like an infield prospect, please. Trace Boo's a decent hitter, but he's not even that good at second baseman. But I would still take him because he's still better than a lot of my prospects. Kevin Colks. Yeah, we'll trade for Trace Spiva. I'm fine with this. Like, worst case scenario, he ends up, like, DHing, but I still think he's reasonably okay. I want to try to trade one of my better prospects to try to get a middle infield prospect. Alex Mueller, you seem like a really good choice to flip. Because you're at best going to be a DH or a mediocre infielder. I think if we can get ourselves a top tier infield prospect. Well, everything about you but your terrible rag arm. But that's still not terrible. Any other greens that don't require... I mean, Gallegos isn't bad, but he's also not great. Alright. What if we were to ask for Ibarra and Gallegos? That I think I could get behind. You could absolutely have a player that I'm not even planning on keeping. That's just a no-brainer. Creo doesn't do it for me. He's not a very good second baseman. Can I get Jorge Herrera too? Can I get greedy? I like it. Let's like instantly revitalize our minor league prospects with a savvy trade. We are projecting at 37,000 fans a game. I think if we're able to win and win at a decent level, I think we'll beat these projections. Like, why would you go watch the Yankees play for $47 and you go see me pay for $30? That's just... Oh my god, this logo's disgusting. It's absolutely hideous. Who is this fucking guy that's $51 million? Holy shit, game. Man, the financials have just gone apeshit. That's crazy. Absolutely wild. Oakland is not a small market team. This is a lie. Like, if San Francisco is an above average market, Oakland is literally next door. Like, quit being fucking weird, game. But anyway. Let's see how this works. So, I want to thank you all for watching. Your viewership is very appreciated. We got a new stadium, a new manager, and it's just going to be time to make Ricky Henderson proud by taking home another World Series title. Until next time, my friends, this has been Guardian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.